This is my path, my journey. I'm willing to explain it all to you guys. No holding back anything. I just hope you're ready for the experience, and I just hope you can handle it. What's going on? So, I want to make this video real quick. It was literally just a theory that went through my head. I don't even know if I can catch it all. I don't know why I was randomly thinking this. I was thinking about like the universe and the creator, and like there's some people in the psychedelic community that think artificial intelligence is a negative thing, like it's a separate thing from the consciousness, right? And I think it's more like this. I think what's going on here, it's not a matter of like Satan or the artificial intelligence is a separate god, but it's not a god, it's a devil, so it's bad, or it's not any of that. What I think is going on is what goes on with our life. Remember, the microcosm and the macrocosm are reflections of each other. So remember, what do you do in life, right? What do? You fall in love with a woman. If you observe the reality, there's man and there's woman. There's yin and there's yang. People tend to think it's good and bad. It's not good and bad. It's yin and yang, it's balance, it's love. What I'm trying to explain is something that I've never even really been able to explain ever, but it's a thought that I've had ever since like there was a few DMT trips I had, like 3 in a row with this like female entity, and she was the same entity, but she showed herself in different forms each time. But what it was it was like a memory that I had, not from this dimension though, but it's a memory that I had of the universe, of what is, and this is just what's in my mind, and I can't even really get it all out. I can see it all, I can feel it all, but I can't get it all out in words. But I'm going to attempt to. I think that the universe, I think God is not one. I think yes and no. It's hard to explain. I think there's a female God and a male God. And I think that they're just energies, right? And I think they just are, they've always just existed and they just are. I don't know if there's more than them. I don't know if they are a race themselves, like we have the human race and there's many humans. I don't know if they have a God race and there's many different gods that create many different universes. But all I know is this is what I feel. I feel like there's two beings, a man and a female. And through my personal experiences with psychedelics, I feel like I've remembered this. I feel like it's like this. Remember, the macrocosm is a reflection of the microcosm and so forth and so on. And what I think is going on is what happens when you get in an argument, right, with your wife? You guys bicker, you argue. Some men are so still whatever that, men will scream, shout, punch holes in walls. There are some men that beat their women when they get mad. There are some men that just that beat their kids when they get mad. There's some men that go run outside and punch trees or punch signs or scream or whatever, cause a scene, or there's that side of humans. But we live in a world where people try to put a wall over that side of humans, and they don't want you to see that side exists. So we live in a world where we're trying to show the good side of ourselves to everybody instead of just being. And I think that what's going on here is that the only reason I think that we mistake it for evil is because look in the mirror. There's evil inside of you. You have the potential to snap, to scream, to shout, to hit things, to punch somebody. But mostly, to be honest, to be quietly honest, and I'm not fucking sexist, but to be quietly honest, it's mostly men that have the anger. Women have more of the sadness. And I think that it's a duality. I think it's a balance. And the reason why it feels evil is because we're unbalanced. Look at the world. The world is ran by men. And apparently, maybe that's the energy that runs the universe or trying to run the universe. It's it's so hard to explain in words, but this just randomly came to me because honestly, this is what I think. I've been thinking this for a long time. I think that this is what is. And through my psychedelic experiences, I've been able to um, connect back with this female entity, and I think the goal is to fall back in love with her. I think the goal, and I know it sounds fucking batshit crazy to people that have never done psychedelics, or if you've never dived deep with DMT, or ayahuasca, or shrooms, or extremely, extremely deep with LSD, then you will never understand what I'm talking about right now. But I'm not questioning the church. I went to a Catholic school from pre-K to third grade. So it's like, I had a basis of religion before anything. But it's like, when I've done psychedelics, I don't know. I've traveled dimensions with DMT, and I've been there, and I've seen it, I've explored it, and I can tell you that I think that's what it is. And it's at the very end of it, but, you know, I think that, yeah, maybe the men go back to the oneness of the male being, and the female go back to the oneness of the female being. I don't know. But I also think that that's at the very end. I don't think that's after death, though. I think people have it a little confused. I don't think you have a full breakthrough after death, maybe. But then I think you go to the city of light if you're ready to stay there. And you know. But honestly, I'm probably going to put this on Theory Series and add it into that one theory that I had, because I had a video about what happens after you die, but this isn't necessarily what happens after you die. This is just what I think is, like, this is just what's going on, I think. And I think that when we think it's evil, it's because we still have evil in us. We have to get the evil out of us. I feel like that's the point of life, to balance ourselves out. You know, all women should have a little masculine energy, and all men should have a little feminine energy. It's just the way it is. We should be balanced. But we live in a world where masculine energy runs shit. We're all masculine. Men and women are just, you know, we're all egotistical, masculine, and it's not about killing the ego, because what are you trying to kill yourself? No, it's about balancing yourself. I think that's why people experience psychedelics and it's like this love feeling. It's love. I think because we're in love. You know, when you look at your wife, that's the other side of you, and when she looks at you, you're the other side of her. And like, I think we're thinking too hard, and I also think we let Hollywood kind of brainwash us a little bit, because I don't watch much movies. Like, I don't watch movies at all. The only thing I watch, like, I'm so self-disciplined that I literally only give myself like 1 hour, sometimes less than an hour, of like free time to watch non-educational shit. So I'm not really tainted with Hollywood's view of life. I'm more just trying to analyze and observe and explain what I'm observing. And what I've observed is, man, what I've observed is just absolutely insane. And I don't know. I just think this is what is, honestly. I just think that is. And I could be completely wrong. And in a year, my theory could change. But right now, like, I've had a lot of theories on life, on what this is, and I love to theorize. Some people are like, oh, we'll never understand what life is. Well, you might never understand what life is, but you can't tell somebody else what they don't and do not understand. Because all that matters is what you believe to yourself. Too many people are worried about what everyone else thinks. I don't give a damn what anyone else thinks. I just know I'm just explaining my experiences. I don't have a reason to lie. I don't give a fuck about what people think about me, or I don't care if people think I'm crazy, or if people think that I'm whatever. Then none of that matters to me, because I'm just living. I'm just living my life. I'm just living in my truest self, my authentic self. And it's like, my authentic self loves to dive deep. Like, I haven't dived deep in a long time. I haven't done DMT in almost a year. And it's like, you know, I've been focused on other things. I've been applying what it taught me. And what's so crazy is I haven't done DMT in over a year. And this theory that I just had, literally, is from DMT. But it's from years of DMT experience, and it's from a year of integration. And after a year of integration and thought process and thinking and resting my mind from thinking about it, not thinking about it for 6 months, and then randomly it comes to me and I'm looking at the window and it's like, I understand. And I had to explain it or attempt to explain it because, man, it's hard to explain. I don't suggest people believe what I say. I don't want people to believe me. I want people I want people to have my truths because they're just my truths for me. They're not your truths, they're my truths. And they could be your truths if you choose to believe it, but I'm not telling you to believe anything. All I'm saying is that I believe this because I've personally experienced a lot of shit. I've personally experienced a lot of things in the other dimension. I'm not scared to dive deep. I don't give a shit about my ego. I don't give a shit about money. I don't care about any of that. I can let it go easily. There's only a few things that are hard for me to let go when I'm going to the next dimension, but you have to learn to let go. Life is not about holding on for dear life. It's about flowing with it and just going with it and understanding that it's a lot. The picture is a lot bigger than what we're looking at here, and you know what we're looking at is just, yeah, it's like a little dollhouse, and we're not even realizing that there are people that are playing in the dollhouse or playing with the dollhouse, I should say. And those people are us, but it's our higher self. We're all one, and what that means is all men are one, I think, and all females are one. Basically, I'm a guy that likes to think. I would consider myself a philosopher, but really I don't like labels. I'm just me. I just like being me, and I just do me. And yeah, and that's that. All I really want to do is just influence people to think for themselves. Don't think like the herd. Don't just be one of the herd. Don't be scared to be the black sheep in your family. Don't be scared to be the psychedelic sheep in your family. Don't be scared to live. Don't be scared to think. Don't let yourself get put in a box. Think for yourself and come up with your own answers for the universe and your life and why you exist and why you're here and what you want to do, and come up with your own ideas, because if you don't come up with your own ideas, most likely you'll be living someone else's ideas. So, peace, guys.